Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Run It Up. I am here playing a 6-max $10 tournament on ultimatepoker.com. As you might see, the blinds have already went up to 25.50 because they go up in 4 minutes, and I had to restart the recording, but you only missed 2 hands. So, hey, we're just getting started a little bit shallower than we already would have started out as. So, first place in this tournament is $40. We started with $45 or so. I think it was 44.50 exactly. Play has been very limpy over those 2 hands that I have got to see so far. I think every flop has been like 4 or 5 handed, 4 or 5 ways of the flop. So it's been very limpy play, kind of what you expect from a $10 heads up, or sorry, a $10 sit and go of any level. But yeah, 6-max for sure. Just going to be check giving up here with the deuce 3 offsuit. Don't see any reason not to. So yeah, blinds go up every 4 minutes, so it's going to be kind of a fast structure. But I'd really like to win because it would be nice to have $85 so we can start playing some cash and mix it up a little bit. All right, ace-10 offsuit in the small blind. I would not be surprised to see it limp to us, in which case we'll probably raise just for value. If he limps, we'll definitely raise. If he raises, we're probably going to call. As is, I think we're just going to limp. Blind versus blind here, and he checks. So great flop for us. Flop top pair. Gonna bet 50. There's definitely an argument for checking because we're ahead by a mile a lot, but I think that is fine. Maybe what I'll do in these videos is I'll play for a level and then start the video so that they're a little bit more manageable lengthwise. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. I'm going to call here, getting a good price on the button. Never mind with the raise. I would have called behind, though. I think that's a fine hand to do it on the button with. I think it's okay. There are certainly a school of thought that doesn't like limping on the button there, that would prefer to either raise or fold, but I don't necessarily think that that's necessarily the only way to play. I think like the Gavin Smith, Daniel Negreanu style of like limping buttons behind is totally fine. I think a lot of even like the super good young kids are starting to do that too. I played the 100K at the World Series this year with Zugwat, who is a very, very, very good online, or just generally now, poker player. And he open limps and limps behind, all other cool stuff too. And I saw that, and I was like, nice, I do that too. I was like, oh, you do that also, sweet. Yeah, so I think that's a totally fine thing, and that's coming back into style actually as the game develops. So yeah, here we are, 6-max Saturdays, playing some $10 6-max here. Wow, blinds are already up to 50, 100. Okay, well, we've got some work to do. We just talked about limping behind, but I feel like this may not be the best spot to limp behind. I mean, like, it's obviously a hand that I'd like to see a flop with. If you could guarantee me that a limp would see a flop, I would definitely call. But now that blinds have gone up, everybody has a reasonable stack to shove if they have anything, and I really don't want to sacrifice 100 chips with 5 high. Like, I just don't think that's necessarily the best play here. So I think folding is fine. I think you could argue limping with like 10-9 suited. I think that's okay. You also could argue raising with a hand like that, which I think is also fine. So this guy does limp and take it. So we're in 3rd place here. Not that that means anything. So we've had I've had all unplayable hands so far, and the blinds have went up twice. I think the next level is going to be 75 150, and it's not 100 200. Yeah, 75 150. So we have a little bit of time. We have 6 or 7 minutes to try to pick up a hand or accumulate a little bit. Interesting min raise here on the button. It's certainly not bad if you want to min raise for either min raise fold or min raise with your huge hands. I think either one is fine. Although you do expect to see shoves more often than min raises in that spot. Shove under the gun here for 925 chips. I will be folding ace deuce offsuit. I think the worst ace I would call with in the small blind, big blind here, and given this situation, I think I would call with ace 10. It'd probably be the first hand that I really consider with, and then ace jack for sure. Ace 10 depends exactly on the opponent and everything. I think I'm gonna limp here. He did just shove 925 under the gun, so he's at least capable of realizing he should be shoving some good hands. So I think if he did have a decent hand, he would just shove it in there. On this flop, I think I'd prefer betting the checking. Could definitely check shove. Lots of different things you could do here. If he shoves, I think we have to. I think we have to continue with the hand. I don't think we have much of a choice with the hand we have. We're never in too bad of a shape. I mean, unless he has like exactly like Queen Jack, which would probably just shove pre-flop, I would expect. So, I think that going with that hand makes some sense. 100. This is another spot where I'd really like to limp a lot, but I think 3-8 suited is just not quite good enough to do it on the button here. If we had like 8-5 suited, I'd be a lot more tempted to do it than I think 8-3, although the equity is not that different. I think 8-5 is the solid bottom, I think, for me there. I think that's probably just about the worst hand. So in other huge news, yesterday I got re-promoted to silver 3. Yes, it's true. League of Legends talk. It's a very proud accomplishment. I've been grinding. Jay Carver on League of Legends. You can add me. I'll accept. We might not play, but I'll accept. You never know. I've played with some people before. When last time I mentioned it, I got like 50 friend requests. And I played a couple games with people. All right, so 10-9 offsuit here. I think I'm going to try min raising. I mean, I don't love it because this guy can shove a lot, which he just did, and we're in a situation where we probably are priced in the call. Actually, I think this might have just been a shove and not a shove or a fold, and in which case it's probably a fold. I think it's actually a fold and not just because it couldn't shove, reshove. I think that was just an incorrect open. I mean, it can't be that bad. Like, you have to realize that I'm going to win the blinds like a good percentage of the time. Or it's going to go call, and then I'll win the pot post flop some percentage of the time. I'm not losing a ton by raising there, but I think it's a little bit too loose. So that was a bit of a mistake there. 3-7 fold, especially because those 200 chips make a little bit of a difference when we get to 75, 150. Not a huge difference, but a bit of a difference. So 300 here in the button. This is a little bit too big. There's really not a great reason to make it 300 unless the blinds are like really sticky for 200 and you just really want to win the pot and you think 300 will accomplish that. 2-7 gets mucked. So we're going to have to probably do a couple more. We're going to have to definitely be more push or fold now. I don't think there's going to be too many situations, although I will complete some hands blind versus blind. I think that for the most part when we're entering the pot we'll be shoving or folding. I just don't think there's too much leeway now when we have eight bigs. Yeah, so that seems about right. So action checks to big blind, min bet. Some power poker here. Open limp on the button, complete, check, bet, call. All right. I would imagine the diamond is a much better card for the big blind than it is for the button. Just generally speaking, I would imagine that our big blind player will have more flushes than the button will. Kind of a tough spot, but I mean, he kind of put himself in a tough spot. If he has a hand like ace-6 or something, ace-10 or something like that, yeah. I think he kind of put himself in a tough-ish spot by playing his hand this way, by like limping and then calling on the flop. Like he could have open jam pre-flop. He could have jammed on the flop. I mean, now that you're at the turn, it's good that he didn't fold. I think folding would have been pretty bad. So the way he played it, he actually won the most chips. But nice, we got to walk. The way he played it, he actually won the most chips. But I think he probably could have played that in a superior fashion on an earlier street. So if it folds to us, we're going to shove. If anybody limps and it folds to us, I think I'm going to complete versus under the gun, and I think I'm going to complete in this situation. But had it been just the button limp, I would have shoved. This could still be a shove, depending on how light you think these guys are. But I don't think it goes limp fold very often to my shove. So this is a weird situation where we're probably going to have to go with this hand. I don't think betting makes a lot of sense. I think I'd prefer to check shove. So he had check. If you saw that, I'm pointing to it now. You can see it. But this guy had check back like clicked on. So he had check clicked before this guy had even acted. So I think that really makes this unlikely that this guy has very much. When you need a brick. Interesting river card. I mean, I think it just kind of empowers us to feel good about our hand. I think it's very unlikely that either of these players is that strong, but I don't think they're bluffing either. I don't think a 930 is going to work too often. I'm gonna try I'm gonna try 550 and see how that works for me here. I mean, maybe 550 actually looks stronger than shoving. I mean, I'm hoping that one of these players calls me with like somehow has an ace, but I really don't think they have an ace too often, which is why I didn't shove. It feels to me like they're both like the 9-10 type of hand, something like that, and not a hand that can really do much about. Not much that can call for 950. So, all right, we do scoop that. Can't see mucked hands as of right now, or I would show you that, or at least I don't think so. I tried once and I couldn't find it, so we're gonna just have to. It is a mystery. I think I'm gonna min raise here. The guy that was doing all the shoving has busted, so I feel like we can open up a little bit in on our button. Also, we're a chip leader now, so look at that. Not the greatest flop, but it's not the worst flop either. We do have a 3 flush and a 3 straight. Definitely worth a C bet because I think he will fold some better hands sometimes. Nice. And also, we don't want to check back and then call, and that just makes it weird. So, all right, big. Actually, that's an enormous jump. 75 150 to 125 250 with a 25 ante. What? That is silly. If he shoves, we're folding. If he folds, we're shoving. That's how poker works. And somehow he doesn't shove, but he also doesn't fold. So we're just going to muck. If we had king, queen, maybe I would shove. This could be very strong, though. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily guarantee that it's strong, but it definitely could be. It's more likely to be strong than, than weak, I guess, to some degree. But, you really can't go off that too much. So we got 3,000 chips. Blinds are 125, 250, which is kind of absurd. Still 5-handed. We're in a good position to try to. Wow, he folded to the shove for a blind more. That is not correct. that is not correct. Sorry to say. Just based on pot odds alone, he's shoving for. I don't even know what he shoved for, but it was literally a big blind more, and he has plenty of chips to put in a big blind. Gonna be all in here. Very likely have the best of it. Don't see any other thing else we can do. Hopefully we win. Flipping, that's unfair. We're gonna need, boom. Didn't even have to say it. Nice. So we scoop that. We're in great shape. Oh my God, we could do it. We could do it. Apparently I'm gonna have to do more of these 6-max sit and goes here. Well, I mean, I did just win a flip. Not the most skillful demonstration I've ever made. So these guys have three blinds apiece. I'm just gonna fold to this. Had he folded, I would have shoved. Had he limped, I would have just completed, I think. So given that there's no third place money, these two aren't really in a spot where they have to play super tight. I mean, they're just not going to be able to fold into the money. They're not if there's 3 spots paying, this would be a great spot for us because we could put so much pressure on one of these 2 short stacks. I keep pointing. No one can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I think that's a good flop for the Jack-9. Given that only 2 spots pay, they really can't afford to be that tight. So I think this call is actually probably fine. I don't think he can wait too much longer. All right, three-handed poker. We get the button. Gonna be min raising here a lot, or actually, I guess we're not really min raising because he's just there's a dead small blind. So we are all in with the 10-9 suited. Don't really care what he does. Either he gets shorter and gives us 250 chips plus the antes, or he calls and we're never in that bad of shape with that hand. King 3 offsuit. I think I could argue calling and letting him come in with you know what? I'm just gonna fold. I'm not really sure about that. That could definitely have been incorrect. Maybe we're supposed to limp and then call his all in with him and then bust him. That might have been the correct play there. Oh my god, and he folds for 15 chips. Oh wow. All right. I mean, I guess that's okay for us. It's not that bad for us to put it in there like that. But I think with king 3, we probably should have just either open shoved or I think we can arguably call this. See, now this is a better spot. If we fold this, we have some situations we can put pressure on these guys a little bit more. He'll have some breathing room. So we're not quite getting the right price, even though like mathematically it's probably a correct call. I think it's okay to fold this, and I will say that my short stack turbo game is not necessarily the sharpest aspect of my game, but I think that's fine to fold there because it's so close anyway, and only 2 spots pay, and we're like creating the bubble to last longer. These blinds are a little weird. 75 150, 125 250, 24, and the ante doesn't even go up. That's a little weird. Definitely moving all in here with queen 7. Players, neither one of these guys can call us too light because they want to make the money, obviously, which requires not busting third. And the hand is not bad enough. If we had like 7 deuce, we would just fold. I got him, damn it. I have 4-4. I got him, damn it. I have 4-4. Okay. Reno 7790. He just times out. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like you probably should be. I mean, you certainly should be folding 4s there as him if he wants to cash. I mean, obviously. So we're gonna be all in here for sure. We're gonna get a walk a lot. There we go, getting walked. That 4-5 hand is interesting. I think the king 3 hand is closer, but like closer to making it just a limp and all that. But all right, let's see what we're sweating. Ace Jack. That's unlucky for us. But once again, it's still fine if we lose this because we still have substantially. Ooh, that's a good turn card. Damn, how do we brick that? How do we run so bad? It's still a decent spot for us, even though like we only have 12 big blinds. I think we're gonna be able to put a lot of pressure on these guys. I know this guy's capable of folding. That is a good hand on the button. I'm all in. Fold. It's pretty sweet. Pick up like 675 chips. It's like a very high percentage of what's in play just by shipping the button there. If he shoves now, we have to call with 400 in the pot. We have to call 1,000 more. Instead, we get a walk. That is nice. That is nice. We've got a good situation here where we're positioning ourselves to win the tournament 3-handed. Even though we have 6 deuce, which isn't great, I think this guy is still going to fold a lot more than you would think he would, just because this guy is now short enough that there's a chance he can sneak into the money. So 6 deuce is obviously not a very good hand, but I think it's a good situation for us to shove pretty much any 2 cards, actually certainly any 2 cards. And here is the same situation. We have a decent hand, same spot for they're pretty much put in there, and we're just going to pick up that pot and keep securing that first place prize money for us, hopefully. Ace 5. Once we see the ace of spades, we're pretty much calling any all in, so let's run it. All right. The game continues. The game continues, unless we just river the old 5 ball. Yeah, that sucks for this guy. This guy is now the short stack. He's kind of got a little bit unlucky there that this guy's won 2 all-ins, 1 ahead, 1 behind. But I mean, we're going to chop there so often. But Queen Jack. If he's all in, we're all in. If he's not all in, we're all in. So now this guy should. This is just like the 6 deuce hand, only even better for him to fold because now this guy's even shorter than he is. Queen 3. I don't see a reason not to shove. Still have a lot of fold equity. Can't get called too often. This guy will have to call us with some decent hands, but I think we still have a lot of fold equity with our 3 big blind effective stacks. Now it's even shorter. I mean, the play has left the building. I'm afraid. Oh, brutal. He has 1 big blind. He has pocket 5s. That's unfortunate. 8. All right, we're gonna need a 6. It's not the most likely of things. All right. These 2 poor guys trying to cash for 17 bucks here. I mean, it's still possible I get third, obviously, but I feel like we've done a lot of things to make it more likely that we do not get third. If he shoves, I might end up just folding. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not correct, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's see what we got. All right, fair enough. It's a good start. That is that. All right, so we're heads up now. It's gonna be a battle. He's got 2.5 big blinds. He's got two and a half bigs. Reno sneaks into the money. Oh God, please. This will be a huge score for us. A huge score for the squad. Team Run It Up needs this. Please. Jack 7. Oh, Jack 3. We did it. Sweet victory. All right. Look at that. That is great. GG to him. We made it happen. Who would have thought playing a 6-max sit and go, we would end up the winner? Who would have thought? That is fantastic. Congratulations. First place winner. I want to do an interview with somebody as like a victory thing now. That is just lovely. So yeah, we shipped the $40. So we started with 45. We got $85 in our account. That is a great day of work. I can just do whatever I want to do now the rest of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, this is a 25-minute. Oh, you guys didn't watch the whole thing, but yeah, still another 20-minute video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, make sure you comment, share, like, favorite, all those wonderful things. I really appreciate that. Everyone's been really awesome about commenting and telling me you guys love these videos. It's awesome to see. So yeah, thanks so much for that. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Peace.